want to feel sunlight on my face. I see the dust clouds disappear without a trace. I want to take shelter from the poison rain, oh, where the streets have no name. Where the streets have no name. Where the streets have no name. We're still building the burning of love. Burning of love. And when I go there, I go there with you. It's all I can do. The cities of blood that our love turns to rust. We're beaten and blown by the wind, trampled in dust. Oh, I'll take you to a place high on the desert plain, where the streets have no name. Where the streets have no name. Where the streets have no name. We're still building a burning of love. Burning of love. And when I go there with you. It's all I can do. Our love turns to rust. We're beating and blown by the wind. Blown by the wind. Oh, I see love. See our love turn to rust. We're beating and blown by the wind. Blown by the wind. And when I go there with you. It's all I can do.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a beautiful Monday morning. I can't follow that.
I was like ready to play the outro.
I'm done. Drop the mic. I'm out of here. You kidding me? Holy smokes.
What a gift. We got Baxton and Rob Evan joining us.
The roof is gone.
Wow. I was waiting for next door. I was waiting for them to come in next door to listen to them sing because holy cow.
I was waiting for them to come from Tampa to hear them sing.
I got to tell you, what a way to start off a week.
I got to tell you. Johnny, what do you think?
You got to find
What's
his
the
mic.
matter? You?
I'm good. I just took a swallow of coffee.
Wow.
That was fabulous.
Fabulous.
I can feel the energy.
Right?
Just what a lift.
I swear he's been on
Thank you,
Broadway
gentlemen.
forever.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you so much for joining us, Baxton. I have to tell you, when you're here, to watch the love that you have for Baxton it makes me teary-eyed, because that's what family's all about. And
It really is. He inspires a whole family, and we're talking extended family, people all in different continents that are part of his family. And Baxton, I mean, I've sung for 30 years, and I thought I was bitter and jaded until I get around him, and then I find the joy of music again. And I'm so thankful for both of you guys, Freddie and Dawn, for fostering this kid's art. It's pretty amazing.
He's got a heart of gold. Did he tell you when they did the chakra reading on him? The only thing in alignment was his heart.
The only thing what?
In alignment was his heart.
Oh, wow.
The rest of it was like all blown out of proportion.
He was like zigzag.
Wow, that's beautiful.
But his heart was perfectly centered, and that is exactly who he is.
Wow, amazing.
Amazing.
He's amazing.
Not surprised.
He's a gift for us, but to watch you sing with him and to watch you look at him, like this joy and this pride and so much love, and that's what it's all about.
Thank you.
He has so been looking forward to having you here, and for us, it's a huge treat.
Well, I'm thrilled to be hanging in South Florida for the winter, so I'd love to pop by again and listen in, you guys. I follow you. I promoted you in my social media fan bases and whatnot, so I have a great time wherever I am watching both of you guys.
Well, welcome to sunny South Florida for the winter. Better than a snowstorm in New York, right?
I mean, I learned a new word I think it's called smotherfication. Is that? Did I pronounce that correctly?
Freddie, is that correct?
I know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Apparently, there was even a counter going.
20 times.
Well, I forgot that it was Baxton. It's funny because sometimes when you're not here, when he's not here, the studio misses something. And then when he comes in here and he's been doing the morning show with us, and he brings things back to life. It has a whole different energy to it, and there's pep in the step, and everybody really admire the energy that he brings, which is amazing. And then when you show up, you just take it over the top and you make all of them. It's funny because I'm watching them trying to do things, and they're all in amazement. Hearing you warm up, everything stops. Everybody just stops and says, "What the hell is that?" And then they come out and they watch. But the two of you going up there, you make him better, he makes us better, and it just goes round and round. Been doing this a long time. 18 years I've been watching people go up there and do this thing. But my goodness gracious, the two of you have some kind of chemistry that just lights it up. Just lights it up.
True.
Well, thanks, Freddie. That means a lot. It really does.
What are you going to be doing in South Florida?
I'm working on our horror film, my very first feature film that I'm actually acting in, and that I'm executive producing. It's kind of become a family affair, even though the filmmaker is not a part of the family. My oldest son in LA had made 7 different pictures with him, but this is his first major picture, and we got picked up by a distribution company, Vertical Films, and we're actually going to be in the theaters in March, and we're doing our world premiere at CineQuest in California in March as well.
I didn't know about that one.
And then I created a Broadway show called Rocktopia, which actually that track that you guys heard was a fusion from my live show Rocktopia. There's pictures of an exhibition is the first part that we actually edited out, but it's about fusing classical with classic rock, and we're doing a new version. So we're highly in development for that, and that will right now we're either looking at Broadway of 2024 later this year, or the Sphere in Las Vegas to be a resident seasonal show.
Well, congratulations on that. That's amazing.
It really
and
is.
I can do all this stuff remote, so I'm in Wellington enjoying myself, and then I get to spend more time with Baxton and come in and be a fly on the wall here, because you guys look like you're having too much fun.
How great is that to be able to do a remote, right? You get out of the hustle and the bustle of New York.
It's fantastic.
And LA, and then when you go, you go. But
Yeah.
at least you can regroup and sort of find what you're looking to do in
great.
the sunshine.
Yes.
Keep telling Baxter we want to head over to the house. I want to see her horses.
Well, we were hoping you guys would come over to what I call it my sister's compound. You'd love it.
So we're looking forward
Come over
to it.
and we'll grill out for you
I want to
guys.
see Freddie
Oh, man.
write Sopranos. I want to see what
No,
that means.
I watched Sopranos all weekend.
I'm
I
gonna
ain't writing no
ride.
Sopranos. I'm done with that.
Today, it's a different kind of
Hey.
soprano.
It's a
Hey,
different kind of day here.
I'm gonna tell you, I watched it again for the second time. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 days. Done with Sopranos. You know, talking about film, Roy from New York and I had an interesting conversation.
Over the weekend?
Yes, and he is in Turkey, UK. Family members are giving birth or
Babies, right?
something. So he's gonna be there for at least 2 to 3 months. So he gave me a number. We're gonna talk to him a little while today about some people that are doing some film work that have been in the can down here in Florida, and he wants to do the same thing we did with his piece.
Okay.
So it seems like the industry again is back to life, which is really, really great.
it's in there.
It's
And the strike, you know, with the strike being over too, I think there's still, you know, we found an opportunity because ours is an independent film, and we got the principal photography done right before the actors went on strike, and so there's still a little bit of a lack of content, but and in New York too. I don't know, Freddie, it's the last time you or Dawn have been back to New York.
Been a long time.
We're starting to come back, but Broadway's struggling still.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it is coming back. I mean, it's, you know, adapt or die, right?
We say that every day. You should have been here an hour ago.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because it is coming back, and you know, Broadway is the life of New York.
It really is.
You really need to see it because
It's something special.
their ball teams are not that great, and but the bottom line here, well, football is over.
Yeah,
right?
but Broadway is Broadway. There is nothing
There's
like
nothing like Broadway.
Broadway. The magic of Broadway, the music, the theater, everything that comes out of New York is just in the arts, the museums. Nothing like, no matter where you go, there is nothing like New York culture.
It is, and it has that whole thing that's attached to it. Well, you could tell, that he's been in New York because he comes in here, and we New Yorkers, we have a different vibe. You know what
I
I'm
don't know.
saying?
You got to check out his ring, though. That's
He
a
has what?
national championship Georgia ring he's got on.
Oh, really?
Coach Dooley.
I played for the Bulldogs. I'm actually, you know, but Freddie's right. I'm in New York. I've been there 30 years. I raised my kids there. You know, even though it's Westchester, we still are New Yorkers.
Still New Yorkers.
but Westchester.
Westchester Panthers. Played them in independent ball. I played them. Got to see the Bulldogs play FSU at the Orange Bowl.
Oh, you were there.
I was there.
Yeah, about.
And I brought about
I'm
400
very
towels because FSU. And I said to all of them, listen, because I sat with them. I was on that side of the field.
Wow.
And I said, listen, I'm a New York Jet fan. Trust me, I know what you feel. Let's just have a beer. Nicest people in the world, all of them. They didn't care about the score. They knew what the real deal was. But my stepdaughter, Sarah, graduated at Georgia. Took me up to see Georgia and FSU. We've been to the stadium up there. It almost killed me twice. So the Georgia Bulldogs, for some reason, has followed me around. But it's really.
But you know,
really
it's
nice.
it's about that spirit of college football.
Yeah.
That's very different from going to a Jets game. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
'Cause we have a chance. with Georgia.
I've sung at halftime at Jets game, and let me tell you, it was not a good idea for me to sing at halftime at Jets game.
The Jets in the snow. I got to tell you, though, because you couldn't really see the screen.
Yeah, but
not
you won
bad.
yesterday.
We didn't win. We ended up winning and losing because now we dropped in the draft because we won. So, and that was a horrible game. But you know what? That's all over. That
So you're
Mets is
a
over.
Mets fan then, right? Since you're a Jets fan.
Of course.
See, it's always Mets Jets, and I'm Giants
Crucifixion had
Yanks.
2 nails.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
It's always
yeah.
Mets Jets.
Always. Because
Always.
we bleed
Yeah,
pain.
yeah.
We just
yeah.
love to hurt. That's why.
No,
doctors
but you're
and-
the best fans because you know, live or die. It's you know, you're not fickle.
Live or die, adapt or die. That seems to be the theme of today.
It seems to
Go
be.
big or go home.
The more you lose.
So we'll do live and let die.
There you go.
The more you lose, the more you hang out there.
Yeah.
For some reason. But tonight you got the college football championship,
That's
Michigan,
right.
Michigan.
and Washington. I am pulling, and I'm going to tell you something. I love Michigan. Trust you me when I tell you this. They're favored by 4.5. I am pulling for Washington
Why?
because they're the underdog.
I like that too. I'm going to go with that.
You
got
see,
it.
New Yorkers love underdogs.
I do. We love it.
That's
We
why
love
we've
it.
been Jet fans forever because
We
we ain't
love
gonna, we can't win a cold if you hand
Yeah.
it to us.
I'm going to go Washington too. I think that's a good call.
Baxton, who you going for?
I don't understand sports.
No, you too, please.
I do not.
All right, we're going to take a
Wait
commercial.
a minute.
What?
Kiss the Deaf. Who you going for?
I got to go for Michigan. It's Leah's team.
Kiss the Deaf. Leah.
My sister-in-law.
I
She
know
went
who
to
she
Michigan.
is. She goes to Michigan?
Went to Michigan.
I love Michigan.
She's having a big party. I'm sure she would love to have you.
When, tonight?
Tonight.
What time?
Whatever time the game is. Bourbon room. Want to go?
Ooh. Then I wouldn't care who plays.
You would not care, that is for sure.
Got to look into that. More after the commercial.
All right, more to come. We're going to take a commercial break. More with Rob Evan. I hope he and Baxton are going to sing another one.
I think Baxton will. I didn't prepare anything.
All right, Baxton, you got another one
we'll
for us?
talk it over.
All right, we got Sally and Margaret, Johnny, and Freddie
look
calls her
who's
dog.
here.
But Sam is in
Sally,
the house.
where
She
you
needs some
been?
coffee.
Oh, you need some coffee, yeah.
More to come. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
This holiday season, let the spirit of the Brooklyn Cafe brighten up your mornings with our exclusive cafe merch collection, with our stylish tees to rep your favorite show. Elevate your morning routine with our signature cafe mugs, a sleek, lightweight laptop sleeve to protect your valuable device, a 17-ounce stainless steel bottle with your favorite show logo on it, and your favorite, hold on, let me overthink this phone case, for all Apple and Samsung phones. Cheers to the holiday season. Order now at brooklyncafe.tv/shop. Happy holidays!
Do you have an idea for a show or a podcast? Do you want the opportunity to be on TV? Amp Media Productions is partnered with True Oldies Real Radio Station and powered by many online platforms such as Roku, Facebook, YouTube, and even Amazon Fire to help amplify your impact. Do you want your voice to reach a wide audience? Call us today at 866-224-5422.
AMP2 Media Productions, in collaboration with True Oldies Radio and Comcast TV, bring you the opportunity to spotlight your business on Monday Night Football on ESPN. By targeting your preferred Comcast region, your commercial will be spotlighted during NFL and NCAA football season, reaching over 1 million viewers. Let AMP help you amplify your impact in the community. Contact us at 866-224-5422 to create your own commercial today.
Le Sorel Restaurant, home of the authentic Italian tradition, offers a large menu that consists of seafood, steak, homemade pasta, brick oven pizza, and homemade desserts including a wide wine selection. We also have the best bar in Boca Raton with delicious cocktails, homemade limoncello, cappuccino, Italian espresso, brandy, and other specialties. Open every day with a lunch and dinner menu. For more information or to make a reservation, contact lesorelrestaurant.com or call 561-235-5301.
South Florida's Good Time Oldies. Now, Boca and Delray Beach have their own oldie station. Catch us on 95.3 FM. It's the greatest rock and roll hits of the 60s and 70s. On South Florida's Good Time Oldies, 95.3 FM.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Away from negative infection.
And we're back. And that is Positive Direction. What's
By Johnny Melnick.
By who?
Johnny Melnick.
Johnny who?
The Song Studio is coming soon. A new show. Johnny who?
Johnny
who?
Johnny's going to be starting a new show with us. What is it called?
The Song Studio.
We like to call it the Song Studio.
I have 3 people, I almost said 5, but I got 3 people that want to come and meet with you about music that they've written. Do you know how many people write songs and they don't do nothing with them? I mean, absolutely nothing. Not even toilet paper.
All the songs, all the songs that are written, do we really know who wrote the songs?
Sure.
They make the bullets for the gun, so to speak, And we don't know who most of them are. They're
Songs,
invisible
books, the same thing, right? People write books all the time and they don't get published. No one knows about them.
people. Right.
Got to get it all out there.
Yeah, so we're gonna shine some light, hopefully, on the people who create the songs that we end up singing to ourselves and our children. And
Well, the funny thing is that unless a superstar takes a song, and even sometimes they don't bring it about because times aren't right and somebody else takes it again. I've seen a couple of hits. Multiple people have sung them. But if you don't have a place to put songs, you stop writing them.
Bingo.
And if you start writing them, all that talent. And I love it because I always hear people sing. Like, did you know Doc sang?
No?
She sang. She went up there and started singing. And then if you ask her, do you sing, what is she going to tell you? What do you think she's going to tell you?
No.
Do you sing? You don't sing.
You just saw my look.
I saw you Friday. We have over 3,500 people that would disagree with you because you were on that show with Megan and her sister. And Karen.
The Christmas show.
And Karen. And
Yeah, we were singing Jingle Bells, I think it was, right?
So,
Or
if you
something.
sing a certain song, you sing, and you sing another one, you don't?
Yes.
Yeah,
Got me
depending if
there.
you know the words or not.
I make them up. Bald-headed woman.
Abbey Rose.
Have you heard this song?
I had a close friend who for years thought Sweet Caroline was Please Tell a Lie. I said, are you kidding me?
We even mentioned it wherever.
Oh, my
daughter's name
goodness,
was
right?
Caroline, and she passed away a little while ago. But every so often, someone will bring up Sweet Caroline.
Have you?
The most popular song on the planet
Yeah.
at this particular junction.
When I need to, it's when I need to hear it, which is amazing.
Have you heard the song Lentils in Spanish?
Lentils?
Is that a bean?
Of course. You know what a lentil is.
Yeah.
In Spanish, there is a hit song called Lentils.
Really?
So my son calls me at 8 o'clock this morning to tell me I woke up with this song, Lentils, Live or Die. And I said to him, no, it ain't possible. So he sends me the YouTube, and sure enough, it is Lentils. It is a popular song. I've never heard it.
It's in Spanish?
Yeah, and it talks about life is like a lentil. You either eat it or you don't. But that's what it is, lentils. I was hoping to see you today to ask you, did you
I
write
might have
that?
to look into the vegetarian diet and start to come up with some lyrics.
Make a song about a banana.
The lentils. Interesting.
I gotta tell you, I binge watch The Sopranos, much to poor Linda's chagrin because that's all we watch. But do you know how many songs they play over the years of that show? How many songs?
Which show?
The Sopranos. How many songs on every episode? They play like 8 songs per episode. Some of them are hits, some of them aren't. But where do they get all this music? Somebody has to write it, right?
I have to write it.
That's my angle on this thing.
Did you
never
see?
know.
I put a link of all these songs that are now in public domain. I put it out on
1950,
WhatsApp.
yes.
But there's a lot of songs, a lot
Actually,
of books.
1960, yes.
But that's not so. I mean, it's so long ago. But now all these songs that we could play that can no longer be deemed copyrighted, that we can now put them in the show because they're now public domain. Is what I was thinking.
Well, that's good because Facebook's finger's probably broken with all that that
That's
they
what I'm
hit.
thinking.
You can't even sing Happy Birthday without getting a flag. Happy birthday. You can't even say blank bowl. What
No,
are-
you can't.
No, we can't. Not you. What do you know? Maybe you, we.
I can say it.
FCC, you're not allowed on the radio to say the word S-bowl. Do you know that? It's against the law. They want copyright for saying it. I remember one year I did that, and the radio station called me and said, stop fooling around.
I don't know. Well, that's coming up next month. We got to see who's going to be in that
Oh, I know who's going to
that
be.
big game. Who's going to be in
The
it?
Ravens are going to win it all.
You think so? Bet Antonio's going to be happy. You know, he silently.
So is Doc.
You like the Ravens too?
I do.
That'd be fine.
You know, no one talks about the Ravens. We talk about the Jets, the Eagles, the Dolphins, but yet Antonio quietly, he's winning all of this stuff with the Ravens.
That's why Antonio doesn't say 2 words. You ever notice? Antonio stays very quiet.
He says nothing. It's the Ravens. That's what it is.
Everybody can fall.
Josh is trained it well, I see.
Everybody can fall on any given Sunday. Anybody can fall. The Dolphins have a little sputter going on in their step. I think the Eagles are sputtering. I think the Chiefs are sputtering. What's up? Wow, look at that.
Wow, look at that.
He's in. So it should be fun. Tonight should be fun.
I feel like our Savior. He's here.
And you know something? If you're going to be doubting, don't text me in the morning because you doubt. All the time, doubt. Doubt. I got 400 other things I got to worry about, and you doubt. Doc is here. Somebody pull up a sofa.
I think you need to pull up a sofa
I
today.
do.
I think I'm going to remain silent today on this morning. But
the
I
Rebels
think,
in the house. You singing today?
Oh, he got his hair done.
Oh, wow, look at you. You look like $1 million bucks.
It's almost his birthday.
The 19th.
Yes, the 19th. It's my friend's birthday today, though.
Happy birthday to your friend.
How old are you going to be, 24?
Half of 50.
25.
Wow, he's catching up to all of us, right?
I know, that's why I'm trying to scare you.
You know, I wanted to ask Johnny if most of the songwriters that you deal with, are they below 30 or above 30?
Good question.
Both.
It's a mixture?
Yeah.
And it's the song below 30 anywhere near to the songs above 30?
Different approach, but it's hard to say.
He's a man of few words.
I don't think
That show is going to be dynamite.
Interesting question, though.
Look at Sam's face.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
a man
like,
of few
I'm
words.
curious.
Yeah.
Because it's so different, 30, under 30, over 30.
Perspectives.
They come from a place that is computer-based. Less players. When I was growing up, 25 years old, you learned your instrument. Today, you play on a keyboard that's this big.
But what about the significance of the
You're
words?
working in four 8-bar measures.
But that's the
rather than
music
a
side.
3-minute song, which I grew up with 3-minute song.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the music side. What about the lyrics?
But the lyrics, I think the lyrics follow the way they're building the song.
Really?
We got
So
15
it's
seconds
in
now.
short, then it doesn't necessarily connect the story from story
Sure.
to end. You know, not necessarily, you don't write the 3-minute song anymore. It seems like you're writing in
3
sections.
minutes. That seems like an eternity.
You know, it's,
You got to say, a new song is, ha, that's it.
you know, right. I always write, you know, A, B, A, C.
E, F, G,
Well,
but they
no,
ain't going to
no,
get
the
to
three-
that.
But, you know, 3 parts, different parts of the song, the chorus, you know, the build up to the
Jingles
chorus.
are back
You know,
then.
you know,
What you're
sometimes-
telling me is jingles are back. Because jingles are a 30-second song.
Even less. 15
15
seconds.
second song, 20-second song. That's a jingle.
Yeah, or even less. You got to get your point across in 5 or 10 seconds.
It's like today's
Here's
dating
the melody, and here's
situation.
here's the thing.
It's like when you date. You got 15 seconds to make an impression.
Exactly. So my
Sure.
point being is that you don't write the first lyric of the song, and you don't know what the song's about until you get to the chorus. It takes too long. You got a minute and a half. They're gonna listen. You might as well put the chorus right in the front.
That's how they're opening now, is the chorus right in the front.
Exactly.
Ever watch commercials and you remember
I
this
never
commercial?
knew I knew so much about this until you asked me.
And you see that? Hey, Doc, we got something here, Doc. Put it in the book.
But it's like you watch a commercial and you know the song, and then I don't even know what the commercial's for because they've done such a good job at marketing the song and the video. I don't even know what
It's amazing
for.
because you're one of those, I buy it or not.
Oh,
so now it's the music
you know what
or
happened
not.
yesterday?
And here it comes.
Here's what happened yesterday.
What'd you buy?
On Clouds. I got a sale, 40% off.
They're amazing.
Women's
So
Math.
as I'm
Girls
going to
Math.
bed last night, I get a link, and I couldn't decide which ones to buy or what size to buy. So I bought one of each. Because then it said 30-day free return, so I'm like, I got nothing to lose. Let
Now,
me buy
how
2
in the
pairs,
world can
2
you
sizes.
put on a pair of sneakers and return them?
This is girl math.
Girls Math.
40% off on Cloud. So
But don't you know they charge you?
I bought 2 pairs.
They charge you
The
40%
view is so
more.
different. You're saving 40, and we look at it like
We're
you're
losing
spending
40.
60.
Yeah.
So I bought 2 pairs. So I got like 2 for 1.
Dawn,
And
I
also
totally
free
get
shipping.
it.
Right?
Of course you get it, but don't you understand?
And then I had
men's-
to buy a pair of socks to go with it. So.
And
And then
there's
the
free
dress.
shipping
And
over
And
the
free
price.
shipping. There you go. The
Yeah.
unclouds.
What about the
exactly.
60% that went south? Don't you look at the numbers?
It's not
What I
100%.
just told you.
I say 40%. They
But
were
you
like
lost 60.
less than $80.
Now, you take that
was a
shoe.
good deal.
You take that shoe.
Yeah.
You rent it for $10 an hour. And then
shoe or
return it in
two.
30 days. What?
One shoe or 2. If she
Well, it depends. If you have a one shoe person, then that. If not, 2, $10 an hour, and then you make your money, and in 10 days you get rid of
And
it.
I
You
think
set
I've
it
been
up.
wearing the wrong size
Freddie,
sneaker
I
for
don't
years.
get it. I get Dawn.
Because when we were in
She
Houston
don't
for
get it.
Christmas, I had 2 pairs of socks on. I was so cold. And everyone said to me, if you can wear 2 pairs of socks, your sneakers are too big. So I thought, "Oh, maybe I need to go down a half a
It
size.
depends what socks you're wearing.
I had thin ones and thick ones, and my sneakers still fit, and they told me that shouldn't be. So I realized, heck, I need new sneakers. So I bought 1 in each size, and I'll let you know how that rolls out.
And they're on Cloud, so
And
I
they're
don't
on
blame you.
Clouds, and they're on sale, so
Which
it was
are
a win-win.
$200 a pop.
What a dilemma.
Right? So Chuck says, so what were you doing last night? Were you working? I'm like, I was shopping when I went to sleep last night. As he's watching the Dolphin, it was quiet. I knew they were losing because he was quiet.
Amazon, did you hear Dawn at the meeting this morning? I worked all weekend.
I did. It was 10:30 at
I
night.
had to go shopping.
I did a lot of work. So by 10:30, I'm like, and then they knew. Somehow they knew to send it to me.
iClouds.
Right?
They knew.
They knew I am.
It all makes sense.
If only Grace were here, she'd understand my girl math.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I get it.
I get it.
All the girls, everybody lives on the girl math. You guys all do girl math, don't you?
Yeah.
When you shop? You don't look at the minus, you only look at the plus. I say 40%. Meanwhile, they put the 40% in, so you're really paying 140%.
No, I looked at what they were full price. They were a lot of
That's
money.
being very positive.
See?
You're
And
probably,
she's testing out the 2.
now do you
And I
know,
got two kinds, 2 sizes.
wait a minute.
so
Slow
one
your
of
roll.
them returns.
Respect. Slow your roll. So you take the shoe that was sent back by somebody else, they put it in a dry cleaner, they take it out, they send it to you, now you're wearing a used shoe.
It's okay too.
It's
You could
okay?
too, sure.
Yeah.
As long
But
as
do
it
we
fits.
know that's true?
Oh,
You
absolutely.
don't have to know the background of the shoe as long as it fits.
Yeah.
But somebody else wore it.
Like Cinderella, someone wore
But
her
if you don't
shoe too,
know,
but yet,
and the shoe fits, that's what's important.
if the shoe
If
fits,
the shoe fits.
All breaks it down to that.
if
my
the
God.
shoe
See,
fits,
this is a song.
wear
If
it.
the shoe fits. There you go. 10 seconds. You gotta
If
hit.
the shoe fits,
The shoe
100%.
fits, right? But they both have to fit, though, Dawn.
We're gonna find out.
You
how
ever have one shoe 1 foot bigger than the other? I grew up with 1 foot bigger than the other. How
Personally,
sensible
no,
is
but
that?
I think a lot. I think everyone's 1 foot's
Maybe
bigger than the
a
other. It
little.
just depends how much.
I have size. So do you buy
That's
the
a
smaller
lot.
size or do you buy the bigger size?
You gotta buy the
Usually
bigger
it's your
size.
dominant
Yeah,
size
because
that's
if you buy
bigger.
the smaller, you can't put the shoe on.
Yeah, the bigger
Well, you can
size
put it
is
on
your
1 foot.
dominant.
Yeah, that doesn't work out so well.
You'd be hopping.
Look, we got Sally laughing.
I'm so happy. I needed this. I absolutely needed it.
Girl math, it helps every time.
Girl math. Every
makes
time you
sense.
say that word, I cringe.
I got sweaters I got all these sweaters. I'd ordered all these sweaters and a quarter and a heavy jacket.
You live in Florida.
Thank you.
Oh, because you're going
but
to
at
Washington.
the time, no. At the time I bought them, I was cold, so it all came in on over the weekend, and it's hot out. So I put them all on. And I'm like, do I really need all these? Do I need this heavy coat? And then I looked at the discount I got on it, and I'm like, this would be silly.
All of a sudden, 60 degrees seems like 600
I'm like,
minus
this would be
Fahrenheit.
so silly to send this
I gotta
jacket
have
back.
it. I gotta have it. What am I gonna
because
do with
one
it?
day it's going to get cold.
She's gonna send it all
Don't
back.
worry, it's snowing somewhere.
No, she
I
sends,
got a whole coat closet, and it's
she sends
hot
it all
here.
back.
I have,
Dawn E equals MC squared. Dawn sends it all back. If you go to Dawn's closet, I would bet $1,000 that there are clothes with the tag still on it from years ago.
there might
And would I be right?
No, I usually wear them all. Although I did come in here one day a couple weeks ago,
You had the tag
and the
on it.
tag was still inside my dress.
I said, how old is this dress? Oh, a few years. Really?
No, I think it was recent, but the tag
No, it
was like
wasn't
this piece
recent.
of cardboard
Wasn't
still in my hip. But, you know, you gotta have some fun in life. But what I'm going to do with all these sweaters, No idea. And
You
the
know
heavy
either.
jacket, I really don't know either.
The heavy jacket.
But you are prepared.
But I'm
That's the most
prepared
important.
to go to New York to visit Rob when he opens on Broadway in 2024.
Hey, free seats for everybody.
Oh, thank you. See, I got the
Right?
clothes now. I'm ready
You'll
to
be
go.
my guest.
Thank you.
You'll get the backstage Broadway experience.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Wow.
absolutely. Anytime, guys. Seriously.
I don't have a sweater.
I'll let you some of mine.
Hey, you know what, Freddie? Freddie, I'll take you
the
shopping,
good news
bro.
is John knows where to tell you to
We're gonna
shop.
get you one of those nice sweaters with the cashmere and then maybe like I see you with like a mink collar or something. Like that.
Baxton knows. Baxton kind of dresses like you these days.
I wouldn't mind wearing that.
What?
You know what's great about Baxton is I watched him through my career. You know, I went through different phases. You know, I'm kind of in the executive producer phase of my career now, but you know, I was in the rock star phase of my career, and watching this kid grow up and dress like his uncle was fantastic.
It's like you. It's a reflection of you.
Mm-hmm.
I know it. I think I've become a reflection of him.
Oh.
You know?
You know, the concert.
I think it was quite funny. We were in the car the other day, and he said, Baxton, I'm quite proud of what you've become. I remember growing up as a little boy, you were singing and you were horrible.
You know what? I think I used smotherification. I didn't use horrible. Definitely.
He said smothification. It was smothified.
To the grave.
To the grave.
Now, did he tell you that he sings at 2 o'clock in the morning in some kind of tunnel?
All I asked about was his neighbors.
That is a past thing.
Did he get a cease and desist? You know?
He had to move.
I had to move.
You know, I'm just spitballing here, but talking about being an executive producer of my life phase, which means I don't really make anything. I fund things and help fund things. I think a Valentine's concert might be fun. We get it, we raise some money. We give it to a charity. We get Melnick on the piano, Josh on the guitar. I bring some of my local friends here, musicians. We sponsor whatever charity you guys are involved in. We call it All You Need Is Love.
All you need
And we get Baxton. We do some
The
duets.
Florida Love Show. All you need is love.
Think about it.
Rob, you're an executive producer.
I have my cigar. I just had my cigar break, so
He's good to go.
I've got my name is Robert Evan, Bob Evans of the film days. So
Chinatown.
yeah, exactly.
You're
Yeah.
looking at the new Love Doctor
Wow, that's great.
for Fridays. We need to talk to him.
Josh has the guitar skills. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. You think I'm joking, but I know how to raise money. That's one thing I know how to raise.
I got a proposition for you after the show.
Uh-oh.
You got it.
Oh yeah.
And then also, I'm not going to sing again today, but I've got to run into a meeting. But we saw Styx last night at Pompano Beach, and a lot of those guys, a lot of those rock heroes have become
74
friends
years of age.
because I use a lot of their songs, and I have to get licensing to use their material. And I remember when I played Fort Lauderdale with Rocktopia at that big, what is that? Is that Kravis?
Yes.
The Broward Center?
The
Or
Styx band sent Red Roses because I use Come Sail Away in my show, but I mix it with Mozart. And we'll have to do that because Baxton can sing that really great. We'll do another duet the next time. If you'll have me back. I have such a great time.
Oh no, we want you. We want you
watching
back.
you guys. I'd love to be again a fly on the wall here. So.
We want you back. We have a proposition. Now, there's a rumor. I'm not allowed to say the name because they get mad at me, and there's some contractual stuff.
Oh, no.
But there is a rumor that at the end of the month, we will be having a visitor in studio,
Yes.
right? Are we allowed to say it yet?
I haven't gotten confirmation on the date yet, so look at Baxton.
So, Baxton, you know who it is, right?
Yes, I do.
So you can whisper in your uncle's ear. So
You know, his lawyer is my lawyer.
Is it?
Maybe you can call your lawyer so we can confirm the date, because they asked us, so the end of the month is what it's looking like. So we'll keep you posted on that.
Because there's something going on in Del Rey, and they want to launch it from here.
He's a great guy.
I heard rumors he's a great guy.
Great. I mean, how could you not be with that success? You can not be. There's a lot of not great people, and we probably know a lot of them.
Absolutely.
But the real greats just are good people, you know? That's what you guys are.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, we would love to have you back anytime.
Thank you.
It'd
Absolutely.
be our pleasure on our backs. And do you have another song for us today?
I do.
You do? All right. You're gonna,
One more.
all right. You're going to fill Josh in. We'll do it when we come back from commercial break.
Yes, sir.
And I think Sally has a message for you,
I
Freddie.
actually have a message for Freddie.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah. What's your message?
Well, maybe I should say it off the air.
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
Oh boy.
No. It's
I just pulled the death card again.
no, there's no censorship. It's to do with what you were talking about. You remember I told you, and it came back to me that I said something at the end of the month?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't remember.
Oh.
But this is what it's all
Oh,
about.
I got a bone to pick
I'm
with
getting
you
goosebumps.
because you told me one thing. Try 5.
I told you 5 things?
No, you told me one thing that I
Yeah.
wasn't going to want to do that I should do, but there are actually 5
That you don't want to
Okay.
do and you should do?
that I'm
But
going to do.
one of the things that I told you, and I don't remember my messages, is what you're just talking about. I don't know the person's name, but it's something to do with that. That's what I wanted to
Well,
tell you.
that has a tail to it too.
Okay, but I'm sensing that. I had to just...
Yeah, well, don't
before-
sense so much, okay?
before
Just
the
drink
mood
your
left
coffee.
me.
Take it easy. All right,
mood
let's
left her. More
let's
to
go to
come.
commercials. We get some back.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Do you want the opportunity to have a TV show or podcast? Now, at Amp Media Productions, you can host your very own visual broadcast anywhere around the world. With our talented group of creators, we will provide you with show elements, board operations, and any on-screen visuals you'd like to showcase. All you must do is log onto your computer and communicate with your viewers. Contact Amp Media Productions at 866-224-5422 or email hello@amp2.tv to start your own show today.
What if this happened to you when you're alone? Or what if it happened here? With MedGuard Alert, you're never alone. You can connect with medical professionals anywhere, anytime. And now MedGuard is introducing our exclusive new Care Watch. If you need help quickly, use it from anywhere to contact medical professionals. No cell phone required. The Care Watch is not only a life-saving medical alert device, it's a revolutionary health monitoring system that checks your blood pressure, heart rate, oxygen saturation, and much more. And here's the best part. If you have Medicaid, you may qualify to get your Care Watch for free. The Care Watch is only available through MedGuard Alert. Call us right now. We have monitoring programs starting as low as $1 a day. The call is free, activation is free, shipping is free, and no contract is required. Remember, with Medicaid, you may qualify to get your Care Watch for free. Don't wait. Call us to get your Care Watch right now. Operators are standing by.
Love the Brooklyn Cafe? Don't miss out on some of the latest merch we have available. Need a new shirt? The Brooklyn Cafe has you covered. We have a variety of shirts in all sizes, ranging from the classic cafe shirt to the highly coveted colorful hot dog shirt. Need something for cold weather? Why not grab one of our cafe hoodies? Or you can snuggle up with one of our soft silk touch fabric blankets. The Brooklyn Cafe has everything you need, from clothing about the show to our signature coffee blends and mugs. Get it while supplies last.
Amp Media Productions is excited to announce our expansion into North Miami. With our experienced team of radio and TV professionals, we are dedicated to bringing North Miami the highest quality audio and visual production services. Whether you need radio or television commercials, podcasts, music videos, or audio and visual storytelling, we can provide the solutions to help you reach your goals. Our team is reliable, innovative, and creative, and we're ready to help you develop the perfect product. With our competitive rates and personalized service, you can trust that your project is in the best hands. Contact us today to get started on your project. 866-224-5422.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Someone once said that the world is a stage and each must play a part. Fate had me playing in love with you as my sweetheart. Act 1 was where we met. I loved you at first glance. You read your lines so cleverly and never missed a cue. Then came Act 2. You seemed to change. You acted strange, and why I'll never know. Honey, you lied to me when you said you loved me, and I had no cause to doubt you. But I'd rather go on here in your lives than to go on living without you. Now the stage is bare, and I'm standing there with emptiness all around. And if you won't come back to me, then they take the curtain down. Is your heart filled with pain? Shall I come back again? Tell me, dear, are you lonesome tonight?
I gotta tell you.
Nice job, Axton. Now he's gonna go listen to it.
Listen, don't go crazy and
Kennedy,
don't listen to
light
it.
up, please?
Relax. Take it easy.
He's gonna go listen to it. He's gonna sing another one. It's good to have everyone back in the house, right?
Yes.
And I only said that to you this morning to get your attention, by the way. Don't you know girl psychology? If you don't answer, then I'm going to send you something that's going to make you answer.
I watched The Sopranos all weekend.
They're
My mind
it's not girl
is
psychology,
in black
though.
and white right now.
I don't do black and white.
If you talk to me that way, there's no way in the world.
I don't do black
and
and white.
I'm going to understand what you say.
I do gray. Ask Doc.
Gray.
She'll tell you.
No, women
the
are
therapist.
gray. No, I got to stay away from gray.
Gray.
Gray's like a film.
Gray. There's like a lot of shades of in between that you got to take care of.
Isn't there a book, 50 Shades of Grey?
There's 50 Shades of that too.
That's exactly what happens. 50 Shades of caca.
See, it's like when you don't get the answer you want, I poke until I get an answer, and then I just need an answer.
So I was watching The Sopranos all weekend, and they have the shrink and him doing their thing. Everybody in that show is going to a shrink if you keep looking at it. She, the wife went, everybody's going. So I'm saying to myself, I say, maybe that's why I asked Doc to come on set, because I need a shrink.
Yeah.
No?
I don't know. He came in this morning, Sam. He came in, he had a meeting, so a little bit later, and he comes in, he calls this meeting. He scared, I think, the bejesus out of everybody. They had nothing to say.
I didn't scare nobody.
Anyone scared? Did he
Who
scare
was
you
scared?
Saturday?
There better not be anybody scared. Who was scared? Nobody was scared.
I think you scared Josh. Did you see him sitting there? He was like,
Oh, Josh.
I wanted to say something, we just kept going.
I wanted him to say, didn't I tell you to say something?
I didn't know that was my cue.
he said he didn't want to say something.
And I repeated it 12 times. Are you sure? Because I was waiting for Josh to say something. Nobody has nothing to say?
There you go. Sopranos.
The Sopranos.
With a therapist.
Now, in that, do you know that she was unfortunately attacked by somebody in that show and raped? Did you know this?
I had a long time ago.
And she discovered the power that she could take a guy's life out with a snap of a finger. But it just goes to show you the head games and the power games, and that show had all of it working. So I watched it again for the second time. The whole, 3 or 4 years?
It was a long time.
That's
I know,
fair.
she's from New Jersey. She probably
She's
knows
from
it.
there.
I know.
She had her leading role on that show.
Yeah.
The soprano mentality.
Yeah, exactly.
But nowadays, things are at a pitch where you have to improve what you do so that you are at the top of your game. And you have to think it here before you can do it, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So you got to be on all cues. So if you're not feeling it, how do you discover your inner best if you're not feeling it, Doc?
Well, I kind of want to go back to what you were saying with the black and white, and then Dawn saying like the gray. Like
That makes gray, yes.
So correct, but you know, in order to do your inner thoughts, inner best is going through that gray, trying to see different perspectives on things, and
But
not
which
just
is
going
better, the black or the white?
the gray.
The gray.
No, the gray is purgatory. It's when you're going to ascend one way or the other.
Mm-hmm. Not necessarily. It's just a different perspective.
No perspective. Everything has a yin and a yang. So when you're in purgatory, you look at what you've done, good, bad, or indifferent, but which is a better perspective? The black, which is solid, or the white, which is lofty? Which is the better side?
Why not in the in between?
But that's where we all are, is in the between. That's called gray.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So you're going to stay in gray? You don't want to be black or white?
I'm very rarely black or white.
So you're in purgatory already.
Which is why I bug you all the time just to get an answer. Yes.
So
I'm not in purgatory. There's just different ways to get things done.
Mm-hmm.
Like I knew I needed a front person for the newsletter. And Casey's creative. So I thought if she could help design a layout, then we can all plug in pieces for it. It just needs, I didn't know who was going to be when I came in today. It was like eeny, meeny, miny, Casey. Eeny, meeny, miny, Casey.
See, I don't agree with just giving it to Casey. I think that is such a
How
broad...
have I ever just given it to anyone without me
but you have to
overseeing it?
include everybody.
Yes. So if she just does the layout, then everyone can add the pieces.
You
like
see,
we
you're
always do.
gray and I'm black. I know exactly who I want to pick. You are like all over the place.
But you got to give chances.
Exactly.
Is what?
You got to give everyone a chance.
Well, it's not about
For
a
them to
chance.
rise
They
in
all
their-
went to school. You know, it's funny. They all went to school. So it ain't a chance. This is what they supposed to have gone to study, right? This is what they do.
Not really. I think they go to learn for the books.
They
And
went to
don't-
write a book?
They learn from the books of what it is. And then this is real life application. Case in point, an electrical engineer or electrician comes in to lay all of these lovely lights around the studio, right? They look, have you noticed? They're all matching at the moment.
Yeah, what happened?
So look at Josh's face. So we got all of those all fixed.
Who? Well, who's we?
Oh wait, we as in me.
What are you, French?
We fixed them all, and this one is blinking like I was having a seizure last week, right?
Yes.
So Antonio says, I was wondering if you were going to notice that it was blinking during the show. I said, I noticed, but there was nothing I could do. So today I went back and I started again. Now you have to think like a light would think. You got to think like a light would think. What makes the light turn on? A plug, and it has to connect. But then I remember, oh wait, I saw a lot of loose XLR cables over there in the corner. Let me check the connections to make sure the
They
output.
took off the XLR.
They didn't. Do you remember when all those paintings fell last week?
Yes. But that was over here. What does that have to do with there?
The input was here. The output was not connected. So
the merge?
out wasn't coming into the in.
Oh.
So as soon as I plugged it back in, voila, they all match again.
So you're the electrician
I'm
now.
now the electrician. Just saying. From the ground up, I can run the studio.
But you didn't turn that one on.
I did not turn that one on. Because I'm wondering what makes that noise, but that's not it, I don't think.
Is that?
Ah, so I didn't plug it in. Anyway, a lot of gray, but I figured it out.
I get it, John.
Think like the light things.
That's because women are much more in control. So they sit and they think things through.
I have to think it
Guys,
through.
if it don't work, we buy a new one.
Hence all the lights around here, I know.
Is that boy math?
Yes, we believe in 60%.
So he sends me things. He
As
sends
long
me
as it's
links.
A discount.
First of all, the reason that there's lighting has nothing to do with it not working. I like the glow. I just love when you turn all the lights down. I've sent pictures now. Everybody loves it.
I love that they all match. Antonio's funny. I wonder if they knew it was blinking during the show.
Now, Josh is messing with it because now it's blinking.
But now they're all working. See, they're all the same now.
But they're about to give me a seizure.
I was just going to hope nobody suffers from seizures.
Yeah. He's got to go back to solid, see?
See, this is boy math. So it was working beautifully, and
It
now
still
he
is.
decides it. No, it's all over the place. No,
Well,
they're all the
now
same.
They're all the same, though.
It's working even more though because a woman fixed it. Because
I had to think it through. I had to think it through.
I
Because
just don't understand why it took you so long, Dawn. Really.
Well,
I mean, you
I
could have
knew
done
the
this last week.
sequences were right. I didn't understand why they weren't working if they were right, and then
Well,
I realized the
I am-
only thing had to be the plug.
I'm a little bit surprised that you didn't fix this last week.
I got it fixed. All set
Took
now.
a long time.
All set. Right? No
Boy
race
math,
to the finish
60%.
line.
It took me longer to pay the 60% because it took you forever to figure it out.
But we got it now. Sally knows. I'm so happy Sally's
Absolutely
back.
no.
Where have you been? On a cruise?
No, we couldn't go away. We've just been home dealing with a lot of stuff.
See, you probably should have gone because it wouldn't have made a difference, right?
Well, we had to be up on what was going on a little bit, so.
Or you should have brought him here. I'll take care of
Health
him.
issues, but in case anyone's wondering, no problem between us, but that's okay.
Well, you should-
I don't think there's a problem between us.
But you should have come here.
I know I should.
We would have had therapy.
I know. I really missed you guys, but I'm back.
We missed you too. How was your anniversary?
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that was a few weeks
Yes,
ago.
that's right, the 18th.
How long you been married?
1 year, 2 months, and 5 seconds.
Wow. That's pretty good.
A year and 2 weeks.
2 weeks, not 2 months. Yes.
A year and 2
Wait a minute,
weeks.
10 seconds.
You know, they say that before you get married, sometimes they send you to a shrink.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like the latest?
Well, I'm not divulging what I did, but maybe that's a good idea.
Listen, you drink your coffee and stay quiet
No, I'm
because
fine.
you're going to
I
get
have
yourself in
hardly
trouble.
had any coffee. I'm just happy
Just
to be
take
here.
it easy.
I'm happy to be here.
But it's true, the shrink part, right? Is required now. A shrink has to sign off.
Really?
It's not that it's required, but
Is it really?
supposedly you get a free marriage license if you go to premarital counseling.
Oh.
Before you get married, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, we had to fill out a form, and they said, "Are you intending to have children?" I said, "I don't think this form is for us."
Who asked you that question?
On the form before you get married, they
Mm-hmm.
ask you all these things,
Yeah.
and they said they want to talk to you about childcare.
Yeah.
I would say yes, just to let them come out. Say,
I said, "What the hell are we filling out?"
what kind of psychological evaluation does a psychiatrist or a shrink ask people that are going to get married?
It's kind of just like their what they want to like possibly like work on in their marriage. So just the adjustment of being married, family, like mother-in-laws, father-in-laws. They really just come in with anything that might be just a complete adjustment within the marriage.
And what if the only people that get along is the husband and wife to be, and everybody else is like they don't get along with one another? What do you recommend?
It's more so like, focus in on like the love of you guys, what you guys started with when you guys first started dating, and even when you were engaged, and then like a different form of love when you're married. So other people on the outside should not try to affect what's on the insides of you guys or the couple.
Do you think people change? after they get married, after maybe 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4?
100%, because there's other things to think about, is like financials, possibility of bringing kids in, or even having to bring in this blended family. So, or, you know, anything, move, jobs, other things that are coming from the outsides that might affect the inside.
So do you recommend marriage?
Yeah, 100%. So it's a form of happiness.
Is it?
It can be.
It can be.
It can be.
Interesting. I'm just saying.
You recommend marriage? No,
It's
absolutely
different.
not.
It's a business.
Different. I mean, this was my 3rd time around, so I was experienced.
But now you're seasoned, so for
I'm
you, you
seasoned.
know what to expect.
That's a very good word.
But somebody like Amazon who's never been married, right, and has
No,
dated.
I joking apart, I'm just joking, because Steve's probably listening, but...
Steve, we're being very careful what we say.
I also say, like, everybody that comes into your life that's a friend, a partner, and if things don't work out, they're always a lesson. So you do learn from them and learn what you want or what you don't want.
I agree.
So,
Yeah, but sometimes you find out that what you think you wanted is not what you want. All of a sudden you get down on yourself and you make the second bad mistake, and then the third, and then the fourth, and the next thing you know, you're like don't pick a date. It's better you don't date because you're just not good at it. Is that the case, or is it you're not learning?
I think there is a lesson every single time. So even if you do make a mistake the second time, the third time, maybe it's okay to take the break and like just legit focus on you and like what you want and what you didn't want. And maybe if you want to stay single, that's okay. Thrive on it. So it's okay to be by yourself. So you learn the most when you are by yourself as well.
Really?
Both ways is okay, as long as you're happy with yourself, and that's the most important.
Key
If
thing.
you're not,
Yeah.
first of all, you're not going to find the right partner anyway. And secondly, you don't have to have somebody.
Yeah.
So I've had marriages, I've been on my own and married again. But I think I was content enough within me knowing who I was this time. I was married at 18. I did not know who I was. I'm still not sure who I am, but I've got a
I don't
good
think
idea.
you know who you are now, but
I've got a good idea, but I'm not sure.
And I think that's like another thing, like with premarital counseling, is like being like okay to have the conversation of like, if anything were to happen between the two of us, how am I going to be able to like be on my own? Am I going to be okay being on my own? And like figuring out that before you get married as well.
Again, it's a business.
Is it better to be independent, even though you're married, that you should have some sort of independence in case things don't work out? You see, nobody likes to talk about it.
Yeah.
Because they think that it's bad juju to talk about your independence. But you should talk about it because, things happen.
Well, that's you. So that's you. It's always like you're always going to be there for yourself, or you try to strive to be there for yourself.
That's why it's better that when you are seriously in a relationship, you should look around a little bit.
I think now they've got separate bank accounts because they each come in with their amounts. There's a joint household account, and everyone, usually dual income still, they keep in their accounts and then they're putting it in a house fund.
That's one thing I've never agreed on. Money is the root of all evil. And if you have separate accounts, all of a sudden, it changes people. Money will change you. You can marry somebody who's broke and you have separate accounts, and then there's a lot of money that goes into that account, and then there's going to be resentment. It's the worst. If you have one account, you're tied in, and you can't separate from that, one way or the other, good, bad, or indifferent. If it's not meant to be, then you walk away. I get it. But when you have those two accounts, man, I tried that in my first marriage.
See,
it don't work.
I just actually had the conversation with my boyfriend about that. So, because we are very serious, and I said to him, and I was very honest, I was like, I like to have my own separate bank account because my hair costs $280. I want to buy a gift for you. Like, there's other things.
Yeah, but it's not your hair now. It's our hair. Your hair. Your hair becomes his responsibility as well. The things you want in life become his responsibility as well. If not, but think about this, if not, when you marry this guy, you're still going to look at it, well, I'm going to do my hair. I'm going to do my this. I'm going to do my.
But then you never have to hear, oh, well, your hair is $280 and our electric bill is $285.
Yeah, well, the $285 should be paid, and then let me do your hair. I'm just telling you, Money is the root of all evil.
I think it's where you are in that particular time in your life when you get married. I mean, obviously, as you get older, you've had different situations and circumstances, and you do have separate accounts. But I see also very much with what you're saying, and I see your point of view.
The independence is great.
Independence is
But
good.
when you're starting out and you ain't got a lot of money, you're going to have to be smarter.
Well, that's what I'm saying. As you mature and you're in a job or even retired, there's different things come up.
Different stages in life.
If he has money and you have money, I get it. That works. You have other issues, but that's fine. But when I started out, my furniture was an air mattress, a candle, and an AM/FM radio with a coffee pot. That's it. That's all I had in my life. And I told her, I says, getting into this deal, do you want to start this way? Oh, yeah. Right. Until it's no.
Well, I think I might have said no to Steve. Is that all?
Yeah, but you weren't.
Sorry, Steve. If you're
but you
listening.
weren't 21. You're not 21.
I was married at 19. So.
And did you sleep on an air mattress with a?
No, not really.
You had something, because
well,
I know
not
you were
a
in
whole
the.
lot. Obviously, as I got older in this marriage, we had much more to have.
Well, I should have not gotten married. I should have waited, because you got to establish some kind of rhythm.
But it's who we can be more mature at 19 than someone is even at 50. It's who we are in ourselves, and that reflects, doesn't it?
I think it also depends on the time. Like right now, I had the conversation with my boyfriend because I don't got a ring on my finger. Right. So maybe by the time that I do have a ring or I'm married, then yes, we can reconvene the conversation of it. So I think there's always times that we do have to kind of come back and establish okay, how do we want to work past this, or how do we want to work through this when it comes to even financials, because financials are evil. It is evil.
It is evil. It's the worst thing in the world. And where's the ring?
I don't know. I got
But I also think no one should ever feel stranded on either way. You should never feel as if you don't have a way out.
Yeah.
And if your way out is for you, man or woman, to have that extra money someplace, then you at least have enough to eat, get a car, a hotel room, whatever it is you need to get out, should you need to get out. You should never feel like you can't get out.
To have that independence, even if it's not very much. It doesn't have to be a lot, but I believe that independence is very, very important.
Just enough so you can breathe until the divorce papers come through and you get your settlement, or until whatever else it is, till you get the next job. You should always have a sense of independence that you can get out should you need to.
You can always get out.
Not if you have not if you don't have a place to stay, not if you can't pay for your kids to have food and clothes and shelter.
But you're not going to get out of those circumstances anyway. Just because you get out mentally doesn't mean you're not
No, but you need to have enough finances that you can access quickly should you need to get out.
But things change.
Girl math.
When you're younger, you may have your parents
Girl
to go
math.
to.
Sorry, it's different being a woman than a guy.
I rather walk into a relationship with somebody and say I don't have to worry about getting out. I just got to worry about building up.
But situations and circumstances. I was just going to say, as you're younger, you may be able to go back to your parents. As you're older, and I don't know if my son is listening, you could go to your children.
Why, your son will come to you?
No, I could go to him.
You can go to him.
I'm just joking.
It's sometimes you should look for your best friend to marry. Yes. And then anything and everything should be on the table to talk to.
Right.
When you start sending boundaries and walls and everything else, maybe it's best you don't get married. And I don't mean this disrespectfully. I do believe in the institution of marriage. It's just that nowadays the pressures are so huge. Mistakes turn into boulders. It's not the same like when we got married. You could overcome a mistake. Nowadays, it could be detrimental to, losing your car can mean you can't work.
Why do you think it's different now than it was then?
Because there's less options.
Like what?
Back in the day, if you worked, you always found something to do. Always. It was always a job and everything else. Nowadays, things are limited.
It's always
maybe
a job.
It's Florida.
It may not be what you want to do, though.
Florida's horrible when it comes to
well, if you don't have a degree, you can't really get a good, paying job. Sure.
And what's a good paying job? $30,000, $40,000? Come on now.
No, but now you need a master's to get above that $60,000.
But it costs you $200,000 to get the master's.
Yeah.
But even that, I got my master's, and the starting rate for registered interns are $30,000 to $40,000. Unless you work in private practice, then it's a little bit more.
You see, the game to me is having your own practice. And when you're a freshman, you should start your own business and back into your business. I try to tell everybody that. Back into your business. So when you graduate, you already got your clients. Only problem is that you're young, especially in your field. So some people are like, oh, I got the Dewey Hauser of the brain. And do I trust this person? It's like you see a doctor who's 14, and he's a surgeon. Would you let a 14-year-old operate on you?
Probably not.
I would.
14? Not so sure.
So you got to start somewhere. Here, take an arm.
But circumstances are different.
Why?
Why?
Yeah, why?
If I knew then what I know now, no, I'm pretty much the same, just on a higher level. We went out for dinner with some friends the other night, talking about getting divorced and everything. And I said, no, I'm more expensive now than I was then. And my friend's husband said, no, you're just smarter now than you were then. Like, amen to that.
You got more zeros at the end of your name, is what it comes down
It
to.
costs a lot more to keep me going because you just got smarter. But we went to movies of Del Rey, went to see Ferrari.
How was that?
It was a good movie. It had, and I didn't know the story of Ferrari to know, there was some big tragedy in the movie, so it was a little, and you know, yeah, movies of Del Rey, and everyone's average age is older than me, and you hear everyone go, we're afraid like something's going to happen to these people, like, oh my God, are you okay? But marriage was different back in 1947 and 1957 when this movie took place, and in Italy, right, Italian men, different. Post-war, birth control was different then than it is now. So a lot of things you've got to look at the circumstances of the time
Women
versus
have
what it is
changed
now.
from then to now. That's
So
the
have
biggest
men.
difference. No.
No, men still only get
have
married for one thing.
I told you that. You know, when I tell you stuff.
But his wife in this movie was very business-minded, more so than he. He just wanted to race cars. He was like, I want to race cars. But interesting movie, different perspective.
Women nowadays have changed the curve. Things are a little bit different now and looked upon a little bit different. But I will tell you, watching The Sopranos, when she told him go throw out the garbage, he threw it out. And this guy was a massive killer. You know, all these big macho guys that are dangerous and everything, they still listen to mom and wife. Always. So the role of the woman has changed. Except the women have to take it back.
What do you mean?
So you gotta be smart in the game.
Always.
No, you
Always.
miss.
That's why we
I'm gonna
need this
start
account
calling you
here.
multiple zeros. I'm just saying that women always had the upper hand. They just didn't realize it, and they're
No,
realizing.
I think we
it
always
now.
realized it. Society didn't realize it.
Oh no. Society begins in your house, then it spills out.
Ask Sam. You think we always had the upper hand?
I think we always did. I think some of us were just afraid to kind of overpower a little bit more.
Why?
Well, I think society always put out there that men were the ones that worked, men were the ones that took care of, and women are the ones that take care of the kids. Anything inside the house.
But
not
men want to
outside.
be taken care of now, Sam. We
Now.
want the women to go out there and do the hustle.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with that? Is there something wrong with that?
No.
Asking your wife to be more independent?
But
to
I,
do-
I think finally, like, women all came together and were like, well, we could do as much as you guys can do. So, and
Or they
then,
could do more. So do it. I love to watch. I used to tell Michelle all the time, you wanna stay home with the kids or you wanna get a job? The right answer was both, but that's not what she said.
See, what's different now is the premarital counseling. It's acceptable to go in and lay all your cards on the table.
Except
Back when I got married, it was like you didn't. It was, you didn't really say anything. It was
what if you
their
wanted
way.
a career back when you got married? Were you allowed to?
I'm sure I could have had one,
Did
but
you
it
want
was.
one?
I was so young for me to have a career, man. In this field, to have a career, meant I had to start in every small market there was around the United States. It wasn't, you couldn't get married, you couldn't have kids, because I couldn't travel, say, to Buffalo or to this small town to start my career.
But you
in
had a
communications.
communication.
Right, so
But
in
it's changed
broadcasting.
so drastically. I was married at 19, so I'm going back way back before that. And
What was your
remember-
degree in?
Huh?
What was your degree in?
My degree, well, actually, it was psychology, funnily enough. But I wanted to be an actress, and
Psychology?
Yeah, a long time ago, I studied under.
You have a
professor of
bachelor's or a master's?
No, I studied under a professor. It was different in those days. Yeah, I was married at 19. I had 2 children by the time I was 21. But I wanted to actually be an actress. My husband at that time wasn't. He said, "If you do acting, I'm never going to marry you." Of course, I should have walked away. But at 19, being thrown into something, I said, "Well, I guess I have to listen to him."
Why?
You want to avoid conflict.
Well, because
too.
I'm going back a long time. I would never do that today, but experience makes you do different things. You learn through experience.
I think there's
Right.
more opportunities now too. Like for example, remote learning or remote jobs learning. So like if you asked, you were talking about Michelle, like, oh, you want to take care of the kids or do you want to work? And you said both. Now women can say both because they can work from home and take care of the kids.
But I gave her both, and she lasted with the kids 2 weeks, and she was cuckoo bananas. I'm Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs. She says, I got to get out of here. I says, okay, no patience, because Freddie was a baby, and
But-
she didn't have that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but things have changed. If a woman wanted to stay at home and study, there was no online.
Yep.
Today is very important. They can study online. They have to physically go out of the house, register in some place, and be away from home.
And
You
schedule
couldn't do that
transportation
then.
and all that
Right,
kind of
you
stuff.
couldn't do that.
You know, it's really funny because we grew up in a building where the family was all there, all my aunts and uncles. We took over the whole building. And if I wanted to go work, and then I left the kids, I left Freddie or Gio both with my mother, and then came back, picked them up, and went.
Yeah, it's different now.
It's very different.
Now you bring mom to stay with you, and then that creates a different. It depends who's mom. You see, I'm lucky because my in-laws, they love me, both marriages. They love me.
You're just
tremendous.
old school.
I believe that the only way out of a problem is to work your way out. You just got to keep working on it until you get it done. And, you know, I can't tell somebody I don't want to have a career. I don't believe in that. My sister would come down and punch me in my head. What do you mean I can't work? And she's right. She's right. And she had a career for 40 years in the Board of Education. And everybody I know, her friends, Diane, all of them.
But now it's much more open communication. I watch Erin and Ashley. She just went on vacation with her brother. Whatever, they do separate vacations. Everyone does separate things together. It's all acceptable, separate bank accounts. Until there's kids, then we see what happens.
Oh, I'm old school. I don't.
You're old school.
I don't see that. But
You're old
okay.
school.
I mean, if that's the latest. I mean,
It's the latest thing. Everyone's doing their own thing.
I tell the kids when they're
Yeah.
dating, I says you should have multiple friends. I'm not saying that you have to date somebody else on that level, but you should have friends and do your thing and to see what's the real deal.
True. Sam, how do people reach you for counseling?
Yeah, so you guys can reach me on my Instagram at @samsam_let's talk. So yeah, definitely reach there and all my contacts there.
I love that.
And you handle everything, right?
Yep, everything, everybody that walks through my door at any age or anything like that.
And Sam has an office that she's opening next month?
Yep.
And where's the office going to be?
It's going to be, I'm still in the works of it, but Boca Del Rey area, like in the middle of that. So, but
Very
yeah,
cool.
Practice will be going, so.
It's so different. And now kids, there's more diagnoses, there's more spectrum diagnoses. It's a lot of stuff to handle.
I wanted to ask her, interpretation of the mind at your age or somebody, is there a big difference between somebody who's older or is it all the same jumbo?
What do you mean, like as a counselor or just like if a client was coming to me?
If a client comes to you because of your age, are they going to get the same wisdom because of your interpretation of the way things are today? That's an advantage as opposed to somebody who's been doing it 40 or 50 years
Thank you.
who might not be in touch with what's going on today, right?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to point that out because a lot of people were watching the show when she was on. They said, oh, she's so young. Gio gets the same thing. And Gio says, yeah, but we think today.
I was just going to say, we think today, and we also have continuing education credits that we have to take as being so new in the field because we have to be so up to date by day to day, not even just like month to month. It's literally day by day. So the new trends of TikTok, the new trends of YouTube, even sports too, like being up to date with that because some people do lay on sports as like a coping skill. So even like learning that and like being up to date on all of just life nowadays.
It's amazing about the coping skills with the sports. It's amazing how people, I have a bad week when the Jets lose.
Yeah, I know.
It took about, I don't know, it was 10 games. It took about 8 games before I overcame it.
Yeah, Chuck comes to me yesterday. We have a dilemma. What's the dilemma? Well, if the Dolphins, and at that point I'm like, done. This is my dilemma. Why is this my dilemma?
But you have to understand.
If they lose, this could be what happens. If they win, this could be what happens. If they don't play this player or this player in the Buffalo, This is my dilemma. Why? Last I checked, I'm not getting paid by anybody. I'm not even watching the game. Why is this my dilemma?
Because I just say I don't get it.
He's
That's what I say to
expressing.
Steve, I don't get it.
He's expressing his feelings.
So why is it my dilemma? Or
Give
why
him-
is it his dilemma?
Give him Sam's number. She
What
could
does it have
tell.
anything to do with him whatsoever?
Everything.
What?
The whole week has
Because then he could be in a bad mood like you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But we won. We win, and then I'm told how we lost.
But you know what it is? That's a short-term dilemma. So they come back on next year. So
Next week.
Well, but like even like next week. There you go. But like
'Cause
they'll be
they're in the
possibly better
playoffs.
next year for the season. So
Well, they had a good team, but they got all hurt.
Aaron and I are figuring out the dilemma. Good. You enjoyed that dilemma with Aaron. Things
you
to
know,
do.
you just don't know the bro code.
Well, I woke up to the Miami Dolphins lost. And I said, okay.
And I got to tell you
And
something.
right.
I got to tell you, they lost because the quarterback, in my estimation, everybody's entitled to theirs, just didn't have a good game. And this has been the whole thing all year. They've only beaten one team with a winning record, which was Dallas. That's it.
But you guys get so emotional over it. It's like it's the end of the world.
It's like your girl math. When you get a shoes a 40% discount, you get all lit up.
I'm not going to say I'm going to have a bad day because they lost. If I didn't find a pair of shoes, I'll go to another store.
Exactly.
But do we see this? Like this is okay. This is where my mind's
Josh
going.
is like, oh,
control
man.
versus not controlled. We can't control the game,
Yes,
but
we
we
can.
can control the shoes.
That's exactly
Haven't you ever seen?
Perfect.
There's this thing I do when the opposing team is going to kick a field goal to
Mm-hmm.
win. I wait, and when the ball hits the foot, I go, and the damn thing blows away.
Are you serious?
It goes sideways. Yes. Men are the most, we have all these nuances to try to control the game.
Mm-hmm.
And because we can't control the game, we lose our minds. We get all flustered. And we go to people who are supposed to soothe us. And what does she do? Get the hell out of here.
Like, why is this my dilemma? Things
It's
to
not
do.
your dilemma. It is his dilemma. He's trying to expose to you how he's feeling. He's all bitter and upset.
Why? I mean,
Because the Dolphins should have won the division.
But get over it. They didn't.
Well, the worst part is they have to play in the playoffs again.
I heard it. And the thing is, I'm from England, so I have no clue what.
Well, if you see a soccer match, I saw Ted Lasso. You guys in England take that game pretty seriously.
Soccer. Oh, well, it's football, actually.
Oh, it's football, yeah. Your team
Say that
loses,
to
you don't get
Steve,
bummed
and he
out?
says, that's not football. Of course it's football. It's English football.
And the funny thing is, in your world, if you don't play well, they put you in the lower league. And if you don't play well, they put you in another lower league. You start going down in leagues.
Is that a bad thing?
It's a horrible thing.
You watched the whole thing.
I did. It's a horrible thing. A profession.
So I should be more understanding about this.
Of course, you should learn the game. And I don't mean just, you should.
I'm going to ask you, should I learn the game? I have no
Does Steve
zero interest.
Does Steve like the Dolphins?
Yes.
Okay. Did he go to Barbie with you to the movies?
Yeah, that was his idea. he won't tell
What
you
movie
that.
did you like?
I liked
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer.
Okay.
yeah.
Did he go with you?
Yeah, he was
Okay.
very interested in that.
Leave it there. He did something you like. I'm sure he does things that you like. Enjoy something from a guy's perspective.
I did, but now I've taken up painting again. Guess why?
He likes to paint?
No, it's the football
Did
season.
you bring any in?
No, but I've got some pictures.
Okay.
I didn't bring any.
So wait. So she can understand the game and everything like that, but she can't help him with the fact that they lost.
Yes, she can. She can sue them. Don't worry about it. They're
I
going to be in
offered
the
him a cup
playoffs.
of
They're going
coffee
to make.
this morning when he told me they lost.
Well, if you understood the game, you would say to him, Steve, they're in a better position. This is what Steve, if you're watching. Look at. Steve, if you're watching, they're going to play again. Who are they playing in the playoffs? The Chiefs?
Chiefs.
The Chiefs are in a downward spiral. Is it here?
No.
Yeah, I know, but we got V Sports. Don't worry about it. And you can also zoom it out to your TV.
It's in Kansas City.
Okay,
It's 10 degrees.
so this is a problem.
Yes.
So, but the Dolphins always will find a way. The Dolphins are going to beat the Chiefs. They're going to beat them,
And then they play Buffalo.
I don't think the Eagles come out of the first round either. These two teams are just beat up.
But surely it's
Good
the
team.
players' problem. I mean, it's not.
It is
my
not
problem.
the players' problem. Don't you
It's the players'
represent?
problem. It sounds so proper.
It's not the players' problem. It is all our problem.
He's talking English.
We are in it together. They asked me one day, how many times do you think about the Roman Empire?
Oh my God.
Well, how many times?
Sigmund Freud. Sigmund Freud asked that question.
Yes, he did.
How many times do you think about the Roman Empire? Men think about it every day. Because back in the Roman Empire, when they had those deaf... You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Really? Yes.
No.
You know what that is?
No.
So you got the throat, you got the knife at the
guillotine?
throat, and you go like this, you kill the guy.
Ew.
Dawn, I state my case.
Ew.
During the Colosseum, when they had the games, that was the gladiators.
But they
The gladiators. You know what a gladiator is?
Yeah, of course I know what a
It is
gladiator
human testosterone at its highest.
Right.
Football is the gladiator sport.
So we should be thankful that other team doesn't kill every member on the other team.
Well, they're trying to slow the game down because they are hurting each other. They got concussions, they got busted this and
Well,
busted
they are,
that.
yeah, they're basically killing each other anyway.
So what's happening here is the gladiator mentality is Steve's mentality when Miami loses. You see, I have a team that couldn't even get themselves fourth place, and my guy breaks his leg. Done. You know how devastating that is?
What you're saying is I should really say, okay, I feel so bad about
Yes.
this. Why?
Because because misery loves company.
But why bringing myself down?
Not
when
bringing
I'm a
yourself
very
down.
positive person.
No, you're looking down. You go, okay, don't worry about it, Stevie. It's gonna
So
be
I
okay.
should just lie? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Not
Maybe
lie.
you should switch to another team.
They're great. This is why gray don't work, huh?
If they keep losing, maybe he should think about backing another team.
No, because they were picked to win. They were winning.
Okay.
They lost because all the players got hurt.
My advice was switch to another team, the winning one.
That's what happens when you lose. I've seen this, by the way.
This is you.
I have thrown bricks at the TV. I bought foam bricks to throw it at the TV.
We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we got to check in with Zena.
You got to soothe the loser.
Soothe? No.
Yes.
We're going to take a quick break. More to come.
You
Call me
guys are
Zena's
heartless.
today at
You got
2:30.
You got no.
We got to get Sally in the Zena
Doc,
mode.
you got to help me here. They got to soothe. You got to soothe.
Josh, is Nikki soothe? Is Nikki soothe when the Eagles lose? No.
No, she roots for the other team.
My ex-wife did that.
That's
She
what
used
it
to
is.
root for the other team. I got people now, they go, which is the helmets, the Jets or the Titans? The Titans. It's always the other team has the better helmet. I said, what?
More to come. We'll be right back.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, your family, your business, your peace of mind, you need reliable fire protection. Introducing All Fire Extinguisher Depot, Fire Extinguisher Service. Our certified technicians ensure your extinguishers are always ready to respond to emergencies. Before and after, we leave your fire safety in top-notch condition. Join the many satisfied clients who trust All Fire Extinguisher Depot for fire extinguisher service. Because when it comes to fire safety, there's no compromise. Contact All Fire Extinguisher Depot at 786-704-2750 to get your extinguisher service today. Your safety is our priority. That's at 786-704-2750. All Fire Extinguisher Depot, protecting what matters.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call Low Cost Airlines. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call now.
Hey Kaylee, what's up?
Hey, nothing. What's up?
Nothing. Just looking for music for Grandpa I listen to while we're in the car.
What's wrong with listen to now?
Let's just say we have different tastes, you know?
Why don't you try listen to a podcast on Spotify?
Like which one?
The Broken Cafe Studio one is really good.
Okay, I'll try that one out. Thanks.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought.
Today, we're going to talk about our Freedom Patch. This is the world's first and only drug-free, non-invasive, and non-electrical pain patch. To understand how the Freedom Patch works and delivers pain relief, we need to understand a little bit about the neuromatrix of pain and how it works. Every physical, emotional, and psychological function has a neural code that controls and regulates it. The various brain regions and signals that help manage pain are called the neuromatrix of pain. Sometimes these signals get stuck, damaged, or corrupted. This leads to poor pain management. Leading studies show that a well-functioning neuromatrix with synchronized signals can lead to reduced pain. So, how do we help the neuromatrix of pain work better? Easy. Just peel and apply the Freedom Patch to where we are feeling the pain. That could be our shoulder, neck, arm, leg, knee, back, or even hip. The Freedom Super Patch has this intricate and special pattern of ridges. It's like a QR code. We already know that our skin absorbs and transmits information from many different types of stimulation, including light, heat, and cold. With the Freedom Super Patch, the skin uses our sense of touch to absorb and transmit the information. When these ridges in the pattern come in contact with our skin, they stimulate skin sensors that generate and send a very complex signal to our brain that helps balance the neuromatrix of pain. A recent study shows the Freedom Patch helped significantly reduce pain for people within minutes. In fact, the study shows that the Freedom Patch helps with pain from arthritis, myofascial, musculoskeletal, and neuropathy. The Freedom Super Patch is a scientific breakthrough that is FDA registered and comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Just imagine less pain without drugs or related risks. The Freedom Patch is an amazing solution for immediate drug-free pain relief.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Nikki did a nice job on it last week.
And we're back.
And you're back. Well, I was going to talk to Sally on Call Me Zena, but she's not here.
Where'd they go?
Margaret's here. Margaret's here, though. I'm glad Margaret's here. Did you have a nice holiday season, Margaret?
Yes, I did. I did. It was, you know, it gets, I don't know whether it's easier or what, but I don't have a big celebration like I used to. You know, I used to do all the cooking and everything like that. But it was nice and comfortable and enjoyable.
Nice.
You know.
Well, I'm glad you're here.
Did you stay home?
Pardon?
You stayed home?
I went to my son's for Christmas Eve and Christmas. And then
Where?
I came home. I have my granddaughter and her daughter, which is my great-granddaughter, living with me. So I came home and, you know, it was nice. It was quiet, you know.
Well, welcome back. We haven't had a live show in a while. I'll open the cake for you. You know, I went into my pantry today and I took out the bag of candy because I knew you were coming. Had to get Sally her chocolate.
You want a piece of
better
cake?
with chocolate.
No, I'm good. Steve would have been here, but he had to wait for this phone call. So.
Sally
Is he coming?
works better with chocolate.
I work better with chocolate. But
She works
but
better
only
with chocolate.
One
Only
chocolate.
one. She connects to the higher authority through chocolate.
Actually, I think, would you like some chocolate? I'm not telling you who I'm talking to. Would you like some chocolate?
Would you like some chocolate?
What is it with you? What are you, English?
I want you to know I've just watched Queen Charlotte. You ever see Bridgerton?
Yes.
So Queen Charlotte's like the prequel to Bridgerton, and it's a whole life of how Queen Charlotte came to be.
I like
You will love it.
I can't watch it because I don't understand the verbiage.
They speak English.
No, they speak
British.
If it wasn't for Ted Lasso having the letters underneath, I wouldn't understand a word those.
Well, Kaylee, you
blokes
can't
were
really
talking
understand in Ted Lasso.
None of them. None of them.
Different parts of the country, different.
Why? They're both
Everywhere's
British.
different, yeah.
You understand
But
them.
accents. I'm from London.
No, she speaks
I'm
English.
from north
different.
of England.
She's
I'm
from the north
just
of
below
England.
Scotland.
I know, but I didn't know what a Wonka was either.
Really?
A what?
A Wonka? That's chocolate.
Oh, I heard something.
A Wonka.
We're watching an English program. What's it called? Dr. Martin. We've been stuck. It's amazing. It's all British. They kept saying the word. I had no idea what it was. I had to look it up. And I'm from England. I can't remember. Margaret, you might know it.
What's the word?
I can't remember.
We need our memory pills, which we forget.
But if Steve's not listening, because he would have texted me, this word, I'm going, why do they keep calling the doctor this word? And I had no, so I Googled it. It was an English word, but I think they made that word available after I'd left, because I never heard it.
They waited till you left the country and made up a word.
But you would like Queen Charlotte, and they talk about how a lot of these women in the show Queen Charlotte, their husbands pass away, and what it's like for the women. Is it okay to have another man? Is it okay to get married? What do you do? Do you just go out socialize with the girls?
Oh, okay, I'm going to watch that.
You're going to watch it and see. It's
Yeah.
That's
I
because
think
in
it's
England,
Netflix.
you guys are so proper. So
I
you
don't think they are anymore, Freddie.
No.
They used to be.
No, they are proper.
I think it's Netflix.
Everything that happens
You
here
guys-
eventually gets to England.
Eventually, but during, you wear gloves for everything.
Yeah.
Everything is proper. And then the question is, as a proper person, would
But
you
you
do
gotta
the
love Queen
improperness?
Charlotte. And she's like,
I can't watch
I'm
those.
gonna be the queen.
Beware of the queen, the crown on
And
your
we
head.
know about that, so.
So
I don't know,
exactly.
I can't watch it. I don't understand it.
You would understand this.
No, I wouldn't. Did they have words on the bottom?
Your TV will give you closed caption. You can do that on any TV,
Oh, I've
quite
got
actually.
chocolate all over me.
Oh, thank you for...
There it is, Queen Charlotte. She's lovely, actually. And you learn there's always some truth in it because she married King George, and he was, known as the Mad King George.
Now, why in the world would I want to watch this? I'm sorry.
Because you learn about Queen Charlotte and what it takes to be the queen.
How long did she survive before she was decapitated?
She was not. That was King Henry.
He was decapitated?
No, King Henry decapitated his wife's queen.
Yeah.
King George is
She
not.
wasn't?
No, she was married to King George.
Oh.
And in the whole legacy, they had 16 children.
Looking for the boy?
Looking for the heir. 16 children and who became the heir, so it's all interesting. So Call Me Zena is coming up today at 2:30. We've got Zena, Sally back in studio. Going to answer any questions you have for 2024. Connect with your spirit guides. Connect with everything. See what's in store.
What is wrong with her? What's wrong
She
with
got
you?
chocolate on her. She got chocolate on her pants. There's chocolate down her pants.
Are you sure that it's the chocolates?
It's the chocolate on her pants. It's the Twix bar. The
How in the
chocolate.
world did you put the chocolates
Because
between your pants?
I don't know. Thank you.
It
I just
crumbled.
need
The
some water.
chocolate is
I'll go
on
and
her
get some.
pants.
No, I'll go and get some.
Sounds so proper, doesn't it?
Do you need like toilet paper or
No,
paper
I just
toilet?
need some water to wash it off my pants.
Well, don't do that because now you squished it.
I'll go. No, I'll go.
Now you got squished chocolates.
Henry's going to take care of her.
Pants.
It takes all types to have a village. You
So
know?
more messages with Sally coming to
You know, I
today
wanted to
at
ask
2:30.
Sally. I wanted to ask Sally. You did really, really well during the holidays. I think people's spirituality grows, like the unknown of what's going to happen,
Okay.
and they sort of want to know from you what's going to happen.
Okay.
But your numbers quadruple
Great.
in
Great.
December.
Great. Yeah.
Is
I
that
told
like a
people
thing
what
for
was
you?
going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah,
And you told us.
You
No,
told me.
I'm noticing many names of people now that are following me. I from London. There's a few in London, right? Yeah.
Well, you told me that something was going to
Mhm.
happen.
Yes.
And while I was sitting in this meeting, I was really thinking very hard about you because I really wanted to jump through the phone and say, why'd you do this to me?
Well,
Because I was blaming you for it.
remember, I don't always. The only message I'm getting right now, back to it again, because maybe on my show we'll go into it more, is that I know you said to me, because I was just sitting here, 5 different people, right?
Scenarios, yeah.
Yes. It's not all the 5. There was one particular one.
There is
that
one.
Is important Freddie, but I guess that's up to you to figure that out. But we can talk about it on the show. I know there's one very important one, plus an upcoming one.
Well, I have to figure out which of the 5 is the most important one.
Well, maybe we'll come to some, I don't know how many people are watching me right now, but on the show they gather and they'll talk on the show.
Well, then I have to get a shrink because you're driving me insane with this.
They gather, which is why so many times I want to say no when people come into these meetings, but I can't say no because Sally said if you want to say no, don't say no.
Right.
It could be a yes, which is why I sit at some of our meetings very quiet because I want to go, are you kidding me? Why would I do that?
And it's funny because we were sitting at one of the meetings and I was speechless. So I'm sitting there, I didn't say 2 words. And I look at her and she's ready to explode.
But they're also telling me that you have the control over this, Freddie. Even if it's just remember what I said, but it may not all. It's what the way I'm interpreting it, which is maybe correct. It's what you need to know. But ultimately, you still have control over it. It's because you know now and you're aware of how it could go. Does that make sense?
But the funny thing is that there isn't a way that it could go. There's possibilities. It's just in those possibilities, there are things that others want me to do. And not all of them are good for me.
And it's not taking away what you want. It's what you need. But you've had some sort of, I'd say, like a premonition of what could happen. That's what they're trying to tell me. The third person or idea that came about out of the 5 is the one that's important, if that makes sense to you. The third one.
You're not making this any easier.
Do you remember who the third one was?
No, I didn't take tickets.
Go back and check your phone. Look at the ledger.
Phone. It's the third one.
But it's not people, it's circumstances. The people are attached to the circumstances.
Whatever it would be, the situation or whatever they presented to you, forget the person then if you feel that, because that's you taking control over it. The third one is the one that you need to work on a little bit now. I don't know what I'm talking about, but that's what they're telling me.
I do.
No,
you do? Well, that's
she
good.
She does not.
That's good.
Trust my guides, my intuition.
And we're back to that again.
No, we definitely, Dawn knows what she's talking about.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't have a clue of what she's talking about. She has premonitions. She sees things.
Well, then
But she should say it before it happens so that I am aware of it.
But you would need to communicate.
And we interpret differently. Maybe if Dawn came to me with the premonition, then we could get more of the answer together.
Listen, I have seen enough of this. She gets lit up like a Christmas tree when you're in the building. And you ain't been here for a week. I know. So it's been like a little dark in the tunnel. But all of a sudden today she's giving me the and she's throwing it at me from different directions.
Yeah.
Pretty good?
But this is a very,
you like that, Doc?
This is important.
I know it's important,
because
but you got to give me more of the yin with the yang.
But if you ask me the questions, that gives them an idea.
If I knew the question, don't you think?
You're trying to make it black or white.
This was black and white. It's blue, purple.
Well, I think whatever the third one is, if you check it on your phone or whatever the idea came from somebody, the third one is the one that you need to focus on.
I don't know who the third one was. I keep telling you, I don't know.
But you got to find it. We also have to put in the time and work. It doesn't just go, okay.
You have to go through your phone and find out who the third one was.
There is no such thing. I blank my phone out. I get 500 calls a day.
Well, you have to. Well, you don't have to do anything, but it's advisable that you do.
Your psychic says it's advisable that you do.
I just got to admit that you were right, unfortunately.
Okay.
But it's more than just one dilemma. It's multiple dilemmas.
It will all come together, but you have to focus. You'll see that it'll come together.
So I will have to focus on all of them to see which one comes true?
Just right now, you only have to focus on the third one.
Well,
I know
back to
you
that
don't
again.
know, but you need to find out.
Got to navigate it.
I got to navigate it. Look at this one. She's jumping on the bandwagon.
It's coming so clear.
Oh, very clear. I can see it. It's so clear now. No, it's not clear. Because sometimes things get fogged up and you can't make a decision. You have to let it play out.
Freddie, you know you had this dream and you were only asked 3 questions? You've gone over the limit.
Isn't it funny? You tell me it's the third person. In my dream, I asked you the third person.
More to come. All right, Call Me Zena today at 2:30. But before we wrap up, Josh and Baxton, they're going old school for us. We're going to have them close out the show, but yet they don't look like they're ready to close out the show.
Oh, we're ready.
You ready?
What are they closing it out with?
They're going to sing for us, so give us a
Bit
call
about
to the
the Pussy's
studio for
Garden.
Call Me Zena.
Do you have the song ready?
888-9944-995 Studio A. Ask Sally any questions that you have, or you can write into the show at Call Me Zena.
Well, come on down.
At this point, it could also be Freddie. You could ask him questions.
Well, not me.
Ask Freddie questions.
Not me. Absolutely.
Freddie,
Yo,
when am I going to become a millionaire?
ask her. Because all I got is bills.
I want Freddie's answer.
All right, more to come. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe. Be kind to each other. We're going to have Josh and Baxton take us out. We'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
Don't be late.
Doo-doo. I'd like to be under the sea and an octopus's garden in the shade. He'd let us in, knows where we've been, in his octopus's garden in the shade. I'd ask my friends to come and see an octopus's garden with me. I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade. We would be warm below the storm in our little hideaway beneath the waves. We rest our heads on the seabed in an octopus's garden near a cave. And we would sing and dance around because we know we can be found. I like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade.
How'd you like the show?
Lovely.
Thank you for having your uncle come in.
Oh, thank you. It was a pleasure.
And then what we got up next?
Come sit away.
Oh, we got Call Me Zena coming up.
Oh, coming next. Call Me Zena. We would shout and swim around coral lines beneath the waves. Oh, what a joy for every girl and boy, knowing they're happy and they're safe. We would be halves of you and me, no one there to tell us what to do. I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden with you. In an octopus's garden with you. In an octopus's garden with you. Woo!
Thank you,
very
Ringo.
much.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Broken Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.